Hello and welcome to my Premier League predictions for Game Week 24. We've got the games are on today, pretty much at 3 o'clock. Any reason I've put these out this morning is because there's no 12:30 kickoff in the Premier League today. So let's just dive straight to my Game Week 24 Prem predictions. First game up then is Brighton taking on Everton at the Amex. Of course, Brighton losing last time out away at Fulham. Disappointing defeat for them in that one. They'll be looking to beat this Everton side. They haven't lost in their last four, Everton, but they've only won one. But that was a very good away win at Villa Park, wasn't it, over Aston Villa? Premier League is really, really unpredictable. Anybody can pretty much beat anybody in this division unless you are Wolves. And Burnley probably as well. But I think 18th to top can beat anybody. It's just that kind of league. 10th versus 12th at the moment in the table. Of course, head-to-head earlier in the season was 2-0 home win for Everton on the 24th of August. I think Brighton didn't get off to an amazing start this season. 5 wins for Brighton, 4 draws, 8 wins for the Toffees on this one. Everton do sit 10th, as we said. They are in that top 5 race, you'd probably say. A lot of teams seem to be in that top 4 race from 4th down to 11th. Only separated by 5 points, which is absolutely mental. I think I'm gonna back a Brighton win in this one. I think they will get back to winning ways. I'm going to go for a 2-1 home Brighton win in this one. Jack Grealish meant to miss the rest of the season for Aston Villa, for Everton, sorry. And that is why, that's not why I'm backing a Brighton win, but I think Brighton will win this at the Amex as they are at home. Next, 3 o'clocker is Set Piece FC going away to Ellen Road and Leeds United. This one should be an okay game. Well, because Arsenal need to bounce back from that loss at home to Manchester United last week. They did beat Kairat in the week 3-2. Not great result that for Mikel Arteta, considering they did win that game, but it was too scrappy and stuff. Leeds did get a decent point away at Everton Monday night, you have to say, probably. Leeds did beat Fulham before that and beaten the last 3 with that 3-1 away win at Derby in the FA Cup as well. 5-0 for Arsenal earlier in the season over Daniel Farke's Leeds. Arsenal did really get clicking at the start of the season. They've had a little bit of a off couple of games against Kairat and against United. Leeds will create an atmosphere here. I'm surprised this one's not on the telly, to be honest. But I'm going to back Arsenal probably to get the set pieces over the line. I'm going to go for a 2-0 away Arsenal win. I think they might just have a bit too much quality for Leeds United in this one. And that is why I'm going for a 2-0 Arsenal win. Wolves versus Bournemouth now is the other one at 3. Wolves will be looking to win this one after their unbeaten run came to an end in 2026 as they lost 2-0 away at Man City. At least they did lose like 5-0. Bournemouth coming off that really good result against Liverpool by 3-2 with that last minute Adley winner. Head-to-head earlier in the season, Bournemouth did win this by a goal to nil on the second game week of the Premier League over Wolves. In that one, 5 wins for Wolves, 3 draws, 6 wins for Bournemouth on the head-to-heads. Bournemouth won this fixture earlier in the FA Cup last year as well, was a 1-1 draw. Last time they played at Molineux was on the 30th of November 2024, 4-2 away win for Bournemouth on that one. Wolves will be looking to improve under Rob Edwards and maybe get to that 11-point mark today if they can win this. Again, they've only just won once in Premier League, in 23 Premier League games this season. Underperforming in XG by 70 points. Again, XG means nothing. I'm going to back Bournemouth have scored quite a few, 12 in their last 5. I'm going to go for a 3-2 away Bournemouth away win. I think Wolves might give them a bit of a game here. And I'm going to get back Bournemouth for back-to-back 3-2 away wins in this one over Wolves. Into the 5:30 kickoff, and we continue with Chelsea taking on West Ham United. 4 wins on the trot for Liam Rosenior's boys in all competitions. 2 wins in the Premier League, 2 wins in the Champions League. They've been doing very, very well for themselves. West Ham, however, won 3 on the trot in their last all competitions and 2 on the trot in the Premier League. Chelsea did win this fixture 5-1 earlier in the season. Nuno will be looking to try and take his West Ham side towards safety. Again, 20 points at the moment. Another 3 here could be massive for West Ham United in this one. But they just do take on a Chelsea side who I think Liam Rosenior is a very underrated coach and still might do quite well. They got a big win at Napoli in the week, didn't they, as well? That might have took a bit of legs out of them in this one. Yeah, difficult to call, I think, because I think West Ham are riding a bit of form at the moment. They've conceded the most penalties in the league. They've lost Paquetá as well. Chelsea haven't lost at home to West Ham since 2019. They've won their last 6 meetings with West Ham by an aggregate 15-2, which is quite a lot. I'm going to bet Chelsea to win this. I'm going to go for a 1-0. I think this will be a traditional Nuno park the bus kind of game, and maybe look to hit on the counter. But I think Chelsea will just get over the line with a scrappy 1-0 here. Now into the 8 o'clock kickoff where Liverpool take on Newcastle at Anfield. Liverpool winning 6-0 in the week over Karabakh, of course. Newcastle getting a decent draw over PSG in there as well. Eddie Howe knows how to go to Paris and get a result, and they probably should have got 3 points on both occasions there, or whatever, Champions League in that one. Liverpool have conceded 3 90th minute winning goals this season, most in any single Premier League campaign for them. 16 in their last 5, including 6 against Karabakh. Newcastle haven't won since 1995 at Anfield. They're 5th in the XG table. Newcastle right in that top 4 race, as are Liverpool. This is a big game for the top 4 race. 3-2 win earlier in the season with that last minute goal for Liverpool. 18 wins for Liverpool, 7 draws, 5 wins for Newcastle. Liverpool will win this at home, I think. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Liverpool win, not Newcastle. I think Liverpool will win this by 3-1 here. Yeah, we'll have to see how this one goes. I think it's because of Europe. This game's been put on at 8 p.m. instead of 12:30. But yeah, back in a Liverpool home win in this one by 3-1. Aston Villa versus Brentford then is the first of the 2 o'clockers. Of course, we've got 3 2 o'clock matches. Villa only 1 loss in their last 5 matches in all competitions. That was at home to Everton. Back-to-back losses for Keith Andrews as Brentford away at Chelsea and at home to Forest, which was a bit of a poor defeat in that one for Brentford. They did win earlier in the season in the EFL Cup on penalties. Brentford did beat Villa on the 23rd of August 2025 as well. 4 wins for Villa, 8 draws, 5 wins for Brentford, of course. Aston Villa sit 3rd in the table. Brentford sit 8th at the moment. Difficult one to call. I think Unai Emery against Keith Andrews' side, well, I think Villa should win this despite them being at home. Of course, they should really get over the line against Brentford in this one, but you never know with Brentford. You don't know which Brentford is going to turn up the next week. I'm going to back a Villa win in this one. I'm going to go for a 2-1. I think Brentford might score in this one, and that is why I'm going to back a 2-1 scoreline between Villa and Brentford here, and Villa to continue that, the good run that they are on, despite a few losses in there recently to Arsenal and Everton, but they are still on a pretty good run. 2-1 to Villa here. The other game at 2 o'clock is Manchester United against Fulham. Michael Carrick's side, it's amazing when an ex-player comes into Manchester United, they start performing all of a sudden. This one takes place at Old Trafford, of course. Back-to-back wins over Manchester City and Arsenal, the top 2 in the Premier League. Doing very well, Manchester United, with them 2 wins. Fulham 3 wins out of their last 4 in all competitions. Beat Chelsea, beat Middlesbrough, beat Leeds, lost to Leeds, and beat Brighton. That makes that Leeds game, Leeds look like geniuses really in that game. Earlier in the season was a 1-1 draw between the sides. 16 wins for United, 5 draws, 1 win for Fulham, and that came back on the 24th February 2024 with a 2-1 away win at Old Trafford. They'll be looking to do the same. Last time they did play was 1-1 draw, as we said. Last time they played at Old Trafford was in the FA Cup, was a 1-1 draw. Fulham won that on penalties. United will be looking to win this. As I said, they need a win under Michael Carrick. I think they are looking very, very good, and I'm going to back Manchester United to win this by 2-0. I think it'll be quite a comfortable home victory in this one. They're riding the new manager bounce at the moment, are United, and I think they're going to win this one again, and it'll be 3 wins on the trot for Michael Carrick. 2-0 to United over Fulham. Forest versus Palace is next at the City Ground. Back-to-back wins for Forest over Brentford, and then over 4-0 against Ferencváros in the Europa League. 4 wins out of the last 4 losses out of the last 5 for Crystal Palace. They're looking absolutely horrible. Glasner still in charge, but I don't think he's particularly happy. Steve Parish isn't particularly happy with him. I think he could be facing the sack if they went on to lose this one. 1-1 draw between the sides at the moment. Palace only 8 points off the drop now. 1-1 draw on the 24th of August. Last time they did play earlier in the season was a 1-1 draw back at Selhurst. Last time to play at City Ground was a 1-0 win for Forest. I'm gonna back a Forest home win. I'm probably gonna go for another 1-0 here. 6 wins for Forest, 7 draws, 1 win for Palace on the head-to-head. So yeah, I'm backing a 1-0 home Forest win over Crystal Palace in this one, in what could be a pivotal game come the relegation battle come the end of the season. Half 4 kickoff is Tottenham versus Manchester City then. Spurs' dire home record continues as they lost to West Ham last time out at home, but they do seem to be doing okay in the Champions League. They beat Dortmund, they beat Frankfurt. I'm not sure what's going on in the Champions League. Thomas Frank has them all set up for that for some reason. I'm not sure why they're doing so well in the Champions League compared to the Premier League, of course. Spurs currently sit, maybe they're putting all their focus into that 14th sit Spurs at the moment in the Premier League. Yeah, they'll be looking to respond. They somehow managed to get top 8 in the Champions League, which is absolutely bonkers. Tottenham versus City. I think City will be looking at, well, they've got to win this Man City. Yes, they did beat Wolves last time out, but they had a few freakish results against Bodo Glimt United before them wins over Wolves and Galatasaray City. Spurs won this 2-0 earlier in the season by 2-0 on the 23rd of August. 13 wins for Tottenham, 4 draws, 20 wins for Man City. Spurs' dire home runs going to continue here. I'm going to go for a 2-1 away Manchester City win. I think Spurs might score here, but I think City will just get over the line and win this fair and square, to be honest. But yeah, City to win this by 2-1 over Tottenham here. And the battle of the 2 promoted clubs is the game on the Monday Night Football. Scott Parker is still trying to keep his Burnley side in touching distance. They've drew their last 3 games in the league over United, Liverpool and Spurs. So some decent points picked up in there, but I think they're going to need more if they are to stay up in the division this season. 3 wins all season, 6 draws and 14 losses for Burnley. Head-to-heads do look like this. This was one of their few wins. They beat Sunderland and Leeds at home. I'm not sure who the other win came against. Do let me know down in the comments if you do know. 23rd of August was 2-0 home win for Burnley over Sunderland. 3 wins for Sunderland, 5 draws, 5 wins for Burnley. Yeah, they'll be looking to win this one. Well, Burnley, as they do somehow do well against the promoted side, the teams that have come up. Yeah, difficult one to call. Sunderland sit 11th at the moment. Burnley have got to survive somehow. I'm actually going back a draw in this one. I'm going to back a 2-2. I think games can be quite frantic on a Monday night, and I just fancy Burnley getting something. They'll probably know Sunderland a bit more than the other teams they've played this season. So yeah, I think this will be a 2-2 draw. Make them a bit of a surprise, but I don't think Sunderland are going to win this. I think it'll be a 2-2 draw between Sunderland and Burnley. Thank you very much for watching my Gameweek 24 Premier League predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and I'll speak to you all on the next one, which will be EFL review Monday probably. So yeah, don't forget to stay tuned for that, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll speak to you all on the next one.